What's good, everybody, and welcome back to the channel for another episode of our Oakland Athletics franchise here on MLB The Show 23, where we've gone pretty quickly over the last couple of episodes. We've gone through the entirety of June and July. We are about to slow things way down. We really just went quick so that we could get through kind of the draft process. And of course, we've got a couple of really strong picks at the top of this draft. After that, it's kind of debatable about where, kind of the impact will be. I think James Snow could certainly make it in our bullpen. I think Guillermo Castillo could be, a fourth or fifth starter. Jose Ortiz, Guillermo Castillo, maybe like a backup corner infielder. But really, these top two picks is where we shined in the draft. And so I had to get that out of the way. But now we've got a really big series against the Houston Astros coming up. I think taking a look at the division, we're 4 games back from the Astros in the lead. And then in the wild card spot, we are 2 games back. So if we could have a strong series against the Astros here, it could really propel us maybe towards taking the leap we need to make the wild card or maybe even win the division here in year 3. So I want to, in some way or form, take part in each of these 3 games. I think the first thing we will do is player lock German Marquez here in this first game to at least kind of take control of one side of the game. Of course, taking a look at the top of our order, it is going quite well. We have the All-Star, and then our 2 and 3 hitters are on fire. Hopefully that can come into play in this game as well, and we can have some hot bats. I will not be controlling said hot bats, but I would like to at least give German Marquez a little bit of wiggle room. 3-1 upcoming for Marquez. He just cannot find the zone to start out. Of course, as you might have noticed, I'm trying out live commentary again for this episode. Early on in the series, I just felt like I couldn't play the game and commentate at the same time. But now that I'm a little bit more used to the game, I want to try it out. Runner going, Shea Langoliers will not be able to throw him out. Pedro Leon will get a stolen base. 1-2 pitch is on the ground and out at first. Will advance a runner into third, though, with just 1 out. This one is a miss over the middle, and Jordan Alvarez gets a hold of it. That will drop down. Boyce McDermott, I thought, made a sick play there for a second. But Houston will tie the game up at 1 here, bottom of the first. After a near homer there from Alvarez. Don't like to see that miss there from Marquez. This one low in the zone. Tucker gets under it, and Lawrence Butler able to make the easy play. That will hold Alvarez at second as well. Now 2 outs. This one is a nicely located pitch, but that one is hit by Jeremy Pena. Throw home not in time. Houston now gets a second run on Marquez in the first inning. Not our best start. You guys are getting a hold of some pitches here. Circle change will be in fair territory. Ian Happ will get us out of the inning. But we allow 2 here in the first. This is a curveball left over the plate. Corey Lee will get a hold of it. And that's a 2-1 hit there for Corey Lee. 1 out. 1-2 pitch from Marquez. Gets the swing and the miss from Joe Perez. And that'll be the second out of the inning. 2-2 pitch. And that's a swing and a miss again. Forced by Marquez. Nicely done to get out of the second without allowing any additional runs. Couple of strikeouts to end the inning as well. We're actually got 1 more hit than them, just still 1 run behind. Brings up Kyle Tucker here. Sinker will get through the gap on the 0-0 pitch. And we've allowed a base runner every inning so far. Sinker is hit very nicely by Jeremy Pena. And now that will bring Tucker into scoring position, 2 outs. Got to get this last out. Jose Altuve will get it over to Ian Happ on the grounder. Able to get that 3rd out. Couple of hits in a row by the Astros. Made me a little nervous, but we're able to get out of the inning just fine. 0-2 pitch. Now that we've got the 1-run lead, that was such a miss by Marquez. Goodness hell, he's lucky there. How are you missing? That's supposed to be... Oh, goodness. 1-2 pitch from Marquez is in for a strike. Nicely located just on that inside edge. 2 outs now. 1-1 for Marquez. That one's bottom of the zone. Lifted deep to center, but Lawrence Butler ranges over. We retire the side quietly with 2 strikeouts. What you like to see? We're gonna go ahead and change up to a slider here. Get the swing once again. German Marquez racking up the strikeouts in this game. What is he up to now? I don't even know, but it's definitely more than 1 an inning, it feels like at this point. Rough first inning, but he's been doing well since. Full count pitch here from Marquez. Circle change, misses on the inside. Alvarez reaches base for the 2nd time. 1-1. Curveball goes right to Seth Brown. And another inning retired quietly. He's had a 1-run lead. 1-1 pitch here is a circle change. And out in front of that one. Let's see if we can hit him with a slider. And that's a beautifully done at bat there by Herman, getting the 1st out here of the 6th. Still holding that 1-run lead. 1-1 here coming up. Circle change, a swing and a miss again. 2nd of the at bat. We're getting all these swings and misses. Let's go for a slider again. This one will be hit fair down the line. Jose Abreu will get on base for Houston, now tying run on the base pad. 2 outs now. This one lifted into foul territory. Marquez able to go and make the play. Now 6 innings for Marquez. Allowed 2 in the first, 5 scoreless since. 0-2 from Marquez. That's a high fastball. Hit by Perez, but Ramon Laureano with some nice range on that one. 1-2 now. Pedro Leon being patient, looking at some strikes here. Then he'll wave at the slider. Not at all where I wanted it. But a win is a win is a win. As McCormick waving at a slider hitting the dirt, and he'll go on that one as well. Put some pretty non-competitive pitches up there for him, and he just kept on a swinging. 7 innings now for German Marquez. Didn't think it was going to be that way after the first, but he's been doing a lot better since.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Athletics, number 16.
Drew Pomeranz has been asked to relieve German in the 8th. Still holding a 1-run lead. 1-2, trying to go high on Alvarez. That will be looked at. And Alvarez goes down looking as Pomeranz relieves German Marquez in the 8th. Full count. Going low and inside, way inside, and not low at all. Pomeranz misses, and the tying run is on the base pass. Jeremy Pena up, and he has been playing well. Going curveball. That one is smoked. That one was a miss. Supposed to be way below the zone there. Now a man in scoring position, just 1 out. Really need a double play ball here. 3-1 coming up. Just could not find the zone. Bases now loaded. And this one. 1-2 pitch, please. Double play ball. 1, 2. No, he's safe, and the game is tied. Come on, dude. How is this not a double play ball? It's freaking Max Muncy. Slow as hell. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and we will be tied. Top of the 9th. I'll be playing those at-bats. We've got the heart of the order. Top of the 9th. Just how we want it here. And Bobby Witt gets a pitch to hit. First pitch of the at-bats. Go ahead run on base immediately. Hitting streak up to 15 games with that. He is on absolute fire. Full count again here for Fromnell. We missed a fastball over the zone. This one's popped up. No, that's a first out. Got a couple of hittable pitches. You got to take advantage of them. Very early on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. This one, slider, is over the plate, but you got to take advantage of that, brother. Slider that high, you have to nail that one. You can't be getting outs there. John Gray has yet to throw me a pitch. This one is hit into right field. Seth Brown back and gone. That's a 2-run homer, top of the 9th, giving us back a 2-score lead. John Gray took like 2 minutes to throw me a hittable pitch, and once he did, we smoked it, baby. Back up on top, 5-3 Oakland Athletics. Let's go, baby. Seth Brown coming through in the clutch. Holy smokes. We are looking good here. Got to make sure I have our closer actually warming up. But what a clutch hit by Seth Brown. For a second there, I thought we were going to waste the leadoff single. We ain't doing nothing of the sort. Zach Jackson in for the close. 28 of 32 on his saves this year. We really need another one right now. Joe Perez gets a hold of this 0-1 fastball, but gets underneath it. Lawrence Butler, easy play at center. First out acquired, but now we got to go through the top of the lineup. 1-2, hit by Leon, but Ramon Laureano. Now we're just 1 out away from getting a win on the first game of this series. Full counts. Circle change is swung on and missed. As long as Shane Langeliers doesn't mess up here, we will get the victory. Athletics take the 1-0 series lead, making that division race just a little bit tighter. Still got 2 games left, though. Second game we'll be watching via just a player lock. I think we'll go with Bobby Witt to see if we can keep that hit streak going. Here, getting ready for game 2. Will be, like I said, a player lock with Bobby Witt, who has been on absolute fire the last half month or so, almost coming up on a month now, honestly. Jose Urquidy will be pitching. Been doing really well for Houston this year, under a 3 ERA, 107 whip. I'd like to have those kind of numbers out of my fourth pitcher. Bobby Witt now up to the plate. This one hit deep to center field, but not deep enough. Play easily made. So we will go down quietly in the top of the first. James Kaprelian on the mound for us this game. He's actually been doing, speaking of guys maybe playing above their ratings, James Kaprelian has had a really solid year. We'll get the second out there with Bobby Witt. And a swing and a miss. Maybe I shouldn't have been Bobby Witt. He might end his streak on accident. And we overcome this 4-0 deficit in the fourth. Not Caprellian's best stuff. Should be an easy out here on Joe Perez to get the second out of the bottom of the fourth. This one, probably need to practice a little bit more discipline here, as that will end the sixth now. Still no runs. Things not looking good for our Athletics. Like we've got a little bit of a shift going for Max Muncy here. No surprise there. And this one will be hit to Bobby Witt. I didn't know if I had the ball there for a second, if I'm being honest. But it will be an out. We've got to make up 5 runs here in the ninth, though. On behind 0-2. I just swung at an ugly, ugly circle change. This one hit deep back to left field. Can it go over the wall? Yes, it can. Bobby Witt will put 2 runs aboard and extend the hit streak. I thought I was going to ruin it for our guy. But we're getting some clutch home runs here in the ninth. Can the offense continue to come out, get 3 more runs here? Still no outs to play with. Got a couple of good hitters coming up. Ronald Reyes, Boyce McDermott, Seth Brown. We can get those 3 guys across the plates. We'll be looking good. Boyce coming in clutch like he so often does with that 99 clutch rating. Still got work to do here, and it looks like we will not get it done. Houston will tie the series up, and we got a chance to go ahead and take the series with a game 3 where we will be playing the full thing. It'll be a JT Ginn start for us on the mound. Boyce McDermott had 2 hits on the day. Really would have liked to sweep here, but if we can at least come through with a series win, I think that'll be a big time win for us. Now, of course, still 4 back of the division, but we are in second place ahead of this game. Here we are, series knotted at 1 apiece. I forgot it'll actually be a Ken Waldichuk starter. Made that change at the end of last episode, and I forgot I did it. Ken Waldichuk has actually been pitching pretty well this season. JT Ginn has struggled a bit, so switch long reliever and starter there. And I think this will be Ken Waldichuk's first start since the change. I think he has started some because of injury this year, but will be the first time he's starting as like our designated starter for sure. Just taking a look at that AL West. Seattle won, put us back in 3rd place, but this would be a really big win for us. Should we be able to get it here? Lance McCullers will be pitching for Houston. Not at the best year. Hopefully we can get some offense off of him today. 1-2 coming up. And goodness. Tried to check again. That one was actually not a check swing, but 2 failed checks on the first at-bat. Full count pitch for Bobby Witt. Can't get contact on the knuckle curve. McCullers is kind of killing us with that pitch here in the first inning. I got to get used to it. Now the 1-2 coming up. And a swing and a miss on the low fastball. Well-located pitch by Ken Waldichuk. That's about how you want to start the game. 1-2, trying to get a backdoor slider in there. It was a little bit more over the plate than I would like, but another strikeout for Waldichuk. 3-1 now for Waldichuk. Can he find the zone? He will. That one's lifted up by Yordan Alvarez. Bobby Witt flashing the glove. And the Astros are retired 1, 2, 3 to start the first, just like we were. I just need to start. I'm not going to swing until there's 2 strikes on every at-bat now, dude. Because, oh my gosh, this guy's... I am not recognizing his breaking ball at all. His strategy is working. It's 3-0. I just haven't swung at anything. Make him throw me a strike. And he can't do it. Boyce McDermott will reach via walk. Seth Brown, the hero of Game 1 of this series. It's going to be a swing and a miss, but Boyce McDermott easily reaches second. Stolen base for him. And the knuckle curve will be hit directly to short. Seth Brown retired. First Ball, slider outside. 1-0 pitch for Shea. Can he bring across the first run for us in today's episode? He's got this knuckle curve deep to left field, but caught by Jordan Alvarez. Thought that one was going to bring home the run for sure. All I'm saying is with that last swing, they're saying he checked, and my swing was a check for sure. Come on. Kenny, find the zone, my guy. This calls none of the borderline pitches in your favor, as Pena will get on base now. 2 on for the Astros, no outs. Like, if it's even close, it's a ball. I'm sorry, my guy. This one's hit deep by Max Muncy. Once Butler is ranging back, makes the play. They will tag. And no throw by Witt there. Now runners on the corners. 1 out. Need a strikeout or a double play on this one here. This will be double play ball. That's a 3-6-3 double play to end the seconds. The Astros will not get that run across. Nicely executed by Seth Brown and Bobby Witt on that one. Got to see that one once again just because it was so nice. And McCullers find the strike zone. He hasn't really been trying, to be fair, too much in this game. That one, right out to Alvarez again. Getting pretty unlucky, it feels like. This knuckle curve will be chopped right up to second base. Man, we gotta, like, these are good swings, and none of them are going for hits. It's kind of frustrating, actually. 3-1 for Ian Happ. Again, just kind of forcing him to throw in the zone, and he just doesn't like to do it. That'll be a walk for Ian. 3-0 now for Gleyber Torres. Probably going to green light this one a little bit. And unless it's just a slider that's not even competitive, then we'll just take the walk. I'm not opposed to walking. Full count for Bobby Witt. What will be the results? Can we drive in a run? And that will be a walk. Bases now loaded for Franmil Reyes. 3 walks in this inning for Lance McCullers with 2 outs. Now McCullers is throwing towards the zone. That's going to bring home a run. We're going to send another. The throw is on time, though. And we will be caught. Or Gleyber will, at least. With that speed, I probably wouldn't have sent that myself, but I do not control the base runners. We still get that first run aboard, though. 2-2 now for Brian Anderson. Circle change will catch him swinging, waiting on a little bit of heat. Couldn't find it, and another strikeout for Waldachuk. This one's got a hold of by Yasmani Grandal. But Boyce McDermott finds it. Stays in the park, and another out. That one is up the middle. Pedro Leon able to get solid contact on the 1-1 pitch. And we do not want to allow a 2-out rally, much like the Houston Astros allowed us to do. And that's smoked to Bobby Witt. Easily forced out. 2-2 will end the inning. No 2-out rally for the Astros. We'll keep that one elite. 2-1. And that's a knuckle curve that's hung. Dude, the fact that none of these are going for hits is ridiculous, dude. He's leaving so much. And they're all good timing. How are none of them hits? Knuckle curve. Hey, maybe a hit here, but that was some nice range over at shortstop. Oh, boy. Goodness. If this dude fouls off another hit, I'm just going to intentionally walk him. Goodness. Thank you. Holy shiz. Kyle Tucker will get this one into the gap. Forgot to commentate there for a minute. Kind of used to playing the game and then commentating after, so sometimes I'm just playing the game and not thinking about talking. Throwing a few fastballs. Let's see if we can get him with a circle change. Light little tapper. Waldichuk takes too long to throw it. Just why you got to gather your whole self, bro. Just throw the ball. Dude, give me some credit. I hate this umpire, dude. This umpire's trash. This one's smoked by Muncy. Might be leaving the park, and it will. That's going to be a 3-run homer. This umpire's pissing me off, if I'm being honest, dude. He is not called. If it is even touching, even like the very outside of the ball is touching the line, you're getting called for a ball, dude. This guy needs to find himself another line of work. Hit again. This time, Ojeda will be called out, though, with the catch by Lawrence Butler. Couldn't come up with it. We're going to walk. And Waldichuk not having a good fourth. This entire lineup doesn't swing it. Pitches outside the zone. And Yasmani Grandal with his 0 speed will be out, but Astros take the lead. Slider, this one will hit the gap. Holy smokes. A good time swing led to a hit. Hallelujah, everybody. It is possible in this game. Let's go. Fouled off the last pitch. Torres still 1-2. This one will be a bad swing and a miss. And we'll get through the 5th. I see you just spitting at all of those. Goodness heck. And then, yeah, he also watches that one. That's right down the plate. Nice job, Pedro. You're really good at baseball. Tyler Whitaker will be on base. Yeah, Ken Waldichuk not doing too hot at the moment for us. Jordan Alvarez underneath the zone. The runner went, so couldn't get too out of it, but able to retire Jordan Alvarez. Just one more out is all we need from Waldichuk. 1-1 to Kyle Tucker. This one smokes, but Gleyber Torres makes the play. That'll be it for Ken Waldichuk. Very late. So I haven't seen anything close to 96 miles per hour until this AB, though. To be fair to me, slider straight to third base. And Bobby McWitt. That's funny. Boys. Oh my gosh. Bobby Witt will be retired. Goodness. Reyes has had some struggles against Brown, looks like. Has never gotten a hit against him. This one's going to be lifted, but that one's not going to have the carry. A second out. Getting a lot of balls in place, but just none of them are resulting in hits right now. It's been that kind of game. Another good timing hit. It's just, what do you want me to do? Do I have to be perfect to get a hit? I'm not playing on freaking Legend. All low in the zone. This one is cranks into left center field. That'll be double for Boyce with 2 outs. Unfortunately, a lot of our stuff was happening with 2 outs. Wish we could, get some production earlier on in an inning. 1-2 now for Seth. And we bring across Boyce. Really, any base hit should do it. And we'll get just that from Seth Brown, the speed of Boyce. They won't even attempt the throw. We'll get that second run across the board here, top of the 6th. Seth Brown is going to try to steal. He will be safe. Langoliers down at 1-2, though. Base knock could tie this game up. A little bit of clutch hitting from Shea Langoliers. This one's out to right, but it will be right to Kyle Tucker. Almost had this game tied up, but just couldn't quite hit the gap. Getting these guys to chase a ball has been the single hardest thing I have done on MLB The Show 23 yet. This one's lifted to right field on the warning track. Ramon Laureano will snag it. First out here, bottom of 6. 1-2 for Max Muncy. This fastball is ripped. That was supposed to be above the zone. A lot of the pitchers are just missing these high fastballs today, trying to make them high, and they're just like, oh, you mean the middle of the zone? This one also smoked into right field. This one will touch down and be an automatic double for David Ojeda. These guys are getting really solid contact. This team is so annoying to play. They're going to say he actually wins. Somebody swung at a pitch outside the zone on the Astros. I thought this was impossible. Get out of the 6th. Luckily unscathed because Jordan Hicks was getting kind of rocked. Hunter Brown remains in the 6th. And the 7th, excuse me. Lawrence Butler gets a hold of this one. Deep and gone. He has been giving us some good first pitches. This time we are aggressive and get the home run. Lawrence Butler goes yard. I don't know. He's been struggling this year in simulation, but always seems to come up big for us. When we hop into the games, I really like Lawrence Butler. I am not discouraged by the fact that he's had a bad year. Still think there's a good chance he ends up being our center fielder of the future. Just like his range in center field, honestly, and then the fact that he comes in clutch for me. Full count for Laureano, not going down easy here against Hunter Brown. This one will be out in front of, sitting on the fastball. Splitter will get us swinging. 0-2 quickly for Gleyber Torres. Now I got to protect a little bit. This one is not anywhere what it needs to be. Lawrence Butler ties the game up for us, though. After that, couldn't get much going, but 2 innings left to see who can take the lead. Full count for Granzal. Jeez, that was like not even close to where I wanted that pitch. Jordan Hicks is not coming back next year. We're not re-signing him. 2-2 for Pedro Leon. Hey, he swung at a slider. The first time somebody's done that in this game, I think. That's a strikeout for Jordan Hicks. He's still not been playing well. His command is all over the place. And swing and a miss on a slider again. Second strikeout. Tyler Whitaker not at all happy. 0-2 pitch for Yordan Alvarez. The swing and the miss. And what a comeback there in the 7th. Jordan Hicks. I was talking about how this guy sucks. 3 straight strikeouts in there in the 7th. That's the kind of stuff I was hoping for when we signed him. We've just been seeing it very, very rarely. 1-1 for Bobby Witt. He will get Bean in the leg and reach base. Yeah, hit by a pitch. Leadoff man aboard. Another 1-2 pitch coming up, and I swung at that one way inside. What am I doing? Goodness. This one will be a ball inside, but Bobby Witt will get a stolen base. Now a base hit, potentially from taking the lead. Count now full with Seth Brown on deck. He was a hero earlier in this. Will we ask him to be a hero again? No, Boyce McDermott's going to get it done for us. That will bring home a run. An RBI double for Boyce McDermott coming up big time. And now Seth Brown could be asked to extend the lead, for us. Botched that call real good, but Boyce McDermott coming in clutch. Seth on Seth here. What will happen? We will get a walk. Now the double play is an option for Houston, as they'll will bring up Shea Langoliers. And Lawrence Butler extend the lead, and swing and a miss at the low circle change. Boyce McDermott did come out and give us the lead. We just couldn't do anything after that. Can we finish off this game? 2-2. And that's a swing and a miss on the slider. The discipline for the Astros has gone way down here as the game has gone along. And that'll be a good start for Brett Martin. 1-2 pitch for Jeremy Pena. This is a curveball, and it will get in the gap. And so Houston will have a base runner with 1 out here. 1-1. This one smoked by Max Muncy. Into center field, Lawrence Butler ranges over to make the catch, though. Beautifully done. I thought that one was touching down for sure. But a beautiful play by Lawrence Butler. Gets the second
David.
Out. 1-2 pitch is in for strike 3. Looking beautifully done. Brett Martin gets us through the 8th. Got one more chance to extend our lead, and then we've got a likely save situation. 1-2 for Glaber. 1 for 3 on the day. Swinging this at the 12-6 curve. Boy, that wasn't great. Zach Jackson in for another save here. This one's going to beat him. Jay Langoliers with the big arm, though, able to get Brian Anderson out. I just hope that does not injure Zach Jackson. We'll see. Is he feeling good? It looks like he might be able to continue here. Let's go low. Circle change, and that will get him swinging now out away from securing the win. 0-2 for Pedro Leon. Swing and a miss on the slider, and the Athletics will get the win and win the series 2-1. Just making the division a little bit closer once again. And that was just a really fun game to play for me. So happy that we were able to get a win in both of the games that we kind of took the big part in. And Boyce McDermott will win player of the game. I think that's a good choice. He brought in the run that got us ahead. He also had 2 hits, probably one of the few players to do so. We'll probably simulate here until maybe, you know what, let's just not do any simulation. Let's end it here. You know, we had 2 episodes in a row go a month, so let's just have one that just goes a few days. Big time series against the Astros. We end up winning it. That's all I have for this episode. We'll be back soon with another, and I will see you then.